Hi, this is Install 1. I have a couple new things that I want to show you. I have this on my workbench. I have this breaker. That one's for the transformer. And I also have one for a fan right over here for soldering. I also have that I can fit the fan onto. But yeah. This one right here turns on the fan. And this one turns on the transformer. Dial just usual, but I also have it to where when that's on, I have this little voltage regulator. I have a diode, a capacitor, and that is, I'm pretty sure, pulse DC coming out of the transformer. So just in case it isn't, there's some reverse voltage, I have a diode there, then I have a big capacitor there, then it goes into this voltage regulator. It's up to 60 volts, I think, on the input, and then 12 volts always on the output. And I have this little switch here for 12 volt. Just turns on this little 12 volt light. I think that's the headlight. Yeah, there's all that. And also, just got back from a camping trip up at Deadwood Reservoir, and there's an old mine up there. I found some of these in an old house, or these things in an old house that was next to the mine. This is a really cool light socket. There's the, I guess it's like an electrical box. Yeah, that just went up on the wall, and then it would be at an angle. There's this old fabric and rubber insulated wire. It's really cool. Where's the end? Here's the end. Now this is some pretty thick wire. Let me focus on that. Will it focus? There we go. Yeah, there's is it stranded? I don't remember. Stranded copper wire in it. Then there's fabric on the outside, and then rubber right down there on the underneath the fabric, and then one tiny little layer of fabric on the copper. And then there's this light socket there, and then the switch on it still works. Now it's on, and then it would be off once it clicks. I tested this and it works good. And also, this is, even though this was way before ground, it has this little, it has the brass, the outside is brass, and this plugs in right here into this, but it still has like a ground. It can totally be used as a ground. Yeah, I have this wire hooked up as a ground. This one right here is hooked up onto this, so when this is plugged in, this whole case is grounded. Wow, that's pretty cool for something that's so old before ground. Yeah, this just pops out, and there we go. Here's the case. Has a little rubber thing on the inside, and then here's the switch. Just has the wires connecting into here and there, and then it connects into the light socket. And then there's this switch, which is kind of hard to do. Come on, there we go. Yeah, like, it's kind of hard to stay on. Don't know if it was always like that. That's on, and then that's off. But something that I didn't know about this old house wiring. I found this wire separate from the light socket, but I never really knew this. But it's kind of like the wiring is like if you were to build water pipes. Like, this wire is thick. It comes in to right here. There's a little junction, and then there's small wire coming out here, and also small wire coming out here, so it's like splitting the size. I never really knew that. I knew that it was like only a couple fuses for the entire house, but I didn't really know. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. And also not exactly safe for overloading, but that's pretty cool. And also, I found this out in a outbuilding that had collapsed, but it's a little cutout box. You see the contacts right there, and then fuses right there. 2 poles. There's the specs on the front. There we go. And then it's pretty rusty. It was sitting open like this out in the water. There was a flood there, and it partially collapsed one of the old houses. It was just a foundation there. It looked like it was recent, and the flood happened like 3 days before we got there. Yeah, there's just a little neutral bar there. That screw, that widest screw, connects it to ground, or connects the case to the neutral bar. And you can also unscrew it to disconnect the case from ground. But a lot of these screws are rusted together, like those 2 output terminals. I can't get the screws to move, so I'm not sure. I'll have to replace all the screws in this, but it works for now. I can't get that one middle screw right there to come loose. But I took apart the case, or the switch, and I cleaned off some of the insulators, like in there, in the socket, fuse socket. I cleaned off the insulator there, and I couldn't get to the one that's holding the or that's connected to the bar, but it still works. Just probably won't put 240 volts to it until I clean everything off. Yeah, I have this motor, the old motor, hooked up to here, and just gonna turn it on with the fuse box, and I'm actually gonna move that over there. There we go. There. Okay. Focus. There we go. Here we go. Turns it right on. This is so cool. I'm probably gonna put this on my workbench, and it will be like the power supply for it. Yeah, there's it closed. I'll actually turn it up to 120 volts. It was on 84 volts. That's so cool. I love these old switches. And it's crazy because the contacts are just directly connected up to this, and there's just a spring. Like all the newer ones, it's all like it has a mechanical. It's mechanically connected to it, to where like loads the spring, then it pops and does the it connects the contacts really fast, even if you're doing it slow, if you move the lever slow. Yeah, like I can keep it like right at the edge. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm really excited to use this. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll just do this a couple more times. So cool. Oh, I love this thing. It's awesome. And one more. Maybe get a little spark in there. I can't really see a spark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.